What do you consider to be the primary goal of public education? And explain your answer.
Primary goal, well, obviously to educate our children to the best we can, to make them competitive throughout the United States with colleges, in the workplace, and we need to do that through communication, through revamping the budget, and getting all of these problems that we have right now out of the way so we can get to that situation of educating our children. Obviously, the most important thing is to make them competitive for the future in the future workplace and for going on to schools. And Florida's right now is probably close to the bottom in education. So we need to, instead of worrying about where the state of Florida is, we need to worry about where the state of Collier County is. And we can make changes here, and we can do things to help ourselves educate our children to a better extent. And I think that's by what I was talking about earlier, is creating more revenue in our general fund, where you can bring in teachers and pay teachers that are already here a livable wage to get the best education possible out of them.
If Florida is at the bottom-ish of creating competitive students, we have a great many factors that influence that. We have such a diverse community. We're probably more diverse than maybe a small town in Iowa might be. Many, many, many factors play into that. What would you say you want to improve communication, you want to solve the budgetary woes, but how does that come down to turning out educated people out of the classroom?
Well, the budget, you got to pay your workforce, right? The people that are educating our children right now, whether you want to say it or not, are not very happy. And they're human beings. And when you're a human being and you're not very happy in your job, are you doing it to the best of your ability? I will guarantee you there are people that are. I'll guarantee you there are people in the middle, and I'll guarantee you that people are just so frustrated they're doing the bare minimum. So how do we do that? Well, come back to that answer. We need to make them, we need to pay them a livable wage in this community where they can afford to live here and not worry about how they're going to have to find a second job, right, to actually live here. How much extra work can you do when you're doing a second job at home? You know, everybody knows how a teacher's life is. It doesn't stop in the classroom. You work at home at night, you work after school, you work during school, and most of them do other things with clubs or coaching sports. So we need to take care of that first so they can be the best teacher they possibly can be. And it comes back to the state of Florida and its education, financial education plan has set us up to be mediocre. Right? We don't have $1 billion budget. We have a about $80 million budget when it comes to the general fund. The other $540 million is tied up in capital money that cannot help the general fund. And it's just sitting there right now that we don't need it because our school is declining. We have $250 million that's really earmarked for things in the future that we don't need right now. So we have a unique opportunity in this county, a very unique opportunity. I don't think any other county in the state of Florida could do what I'm proposing by reducing by $1 million the capital fund and raising by $1 million the general fund, okay? By putting a levy on the ballot, you're not increasing your taxes, but we're creating $70 million more of revenue in our general fund, which allows us to take care of our employees.